2023 has been pretty great for games, hasn't it? I feel it goes without saying though that it has absolutely sucked for the people that actually make them. My heart goes out to all the developers who've been affected by the many layoffs across the industry this year. Picking a top 10 has always been a strange affair for me, in that being old, grumpy and decidedly not into Souls-likes, horror games or huge sprawling RPGs, I've actually been left a little out in the cold for the year. I acknowledge of course that the majority of folks have had some great games that suit them to play throughout 2023, and whilst the occasional open world game or RPG has made it into my list, you won't see Diablo 4, Lies of P, Dead Space or Resident Evil 4 taking up any of my spots. They're just not my jam. Anyway, let's go on with the list. At number 10, we have High on Life. Now, I may be knocking on 40, but the child within me found High on Life's add-on, High on Life, a story focused almost entirely on everyone's favourite sentient serrated blade, to be a bloody good laugh. Utterly puerile and full of the most bizarre set pieces I've seen in gaming, it had me chuckling throughout. It helps that it's quite a competent game to play too. At number 9 we have new entry The Finals, swooping in even though it's only just released on console this December as a free-to-play title. A purely multiplayer affair, I've had a very good time with friends as we've attempted to cash out our winnings across the game's various modes. It looks great, the in-game real-time destruction is top-notch, and I'm having a rather good time. Definitely a nice palate cleanser. Number 8, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. What a pleasant surprise Avatar is. Written off by the majority as just another Ubisoft game, what we have is one of the best looking titles of the year alongside solid gameplay in a unique environment. While the films are merely fine, this takes that interesting universe and technology of the IP and gives us a big chunk of Pandora to play in. I'm enjoying it a lot and I think it's been severely underrated. At number 7, The Last Case of Benedict Fox. I admire ambition and intent when it comes to game design, and whilst it's not without its wobbles, there's something I really admired and enjoyed with Benedict Fox. A sprawling Metroidvania, it was the developer's first go at a big console release, and whilst not everything is perfect, it was a lot of fun to play through. Filled with decent puzzles, a satisfying gameplay loop, and a gorgeous art style, I look forward to seeing what this team make next. At number 6 we have Halo Infinite. 343 have been on a bit of a comeback this year, and Halo Infinite has received a bevy of fresh content to keep Halo fans entertained. It's a crying shame that Halo Infinite didn't launch in this state, but they've earned all the praise from fans of the franchise this year. If you're a lapsed Halo super nut, I promise you it's worth a re-download. At number 5 we have Juon. It's a wonderful game and a sterling example of good game design. Here the team at Don't Nod found a cool climbing mechanic and built the entire game around it. There's no combat and really the threat has already been and gone. The oceans have dried up and the sun is merciless. Yes, arguably the game is about the threats facing our own planet, but the climb is one of hope, of healing, and it's well worth the journey. Killer soundtrack too. At number 4, Starfield. I am well known for not being into RPGs, and I've never really enjoyed a Bethesda adventure at all. And yet, something about Starfield grabbed me, and with well over 100 hours into the game, I'm still not done. It's more than earned a spot on my list. The discourse on the game across the industry has been hilarious to witness in real time, but the reality is Bethesda have made an absolute belter of a game, and one that many players will revisit as more updates land. At number 3, Planet of Lana. I loved Planet of Lana. It's a wonderful combination of heartfelt story, beautiful game design, and a gorgeous soundtrack combining together to deliver a brilliant first effort from a new team. The duo act that is Mui and Lana is a memorable adventure, and you should absolutely play it if you get a chance. At number 2, HighFi Rush. What a surprise HighFi Rush was. Shadow dropped during Xbox's first developer direct, it came as a complete shock announcement. An impeccably designed action-adventure all played to the rhythm of the beat. HighFi Rush is without a doubt one of the coolest games of the year and certainly started 2023 with a bang. Alas, not every game can be number one, and this year's spot is more than well deserved. For me, Cocoon is my number one game of the year. It had me grinning from ear to ear throughout my entire playthrough. It's an impeccably designed puzzle game that has you manipulating entire worlds, battling various guardians, and taking these worlds on your back to solve ever-evolving, more complex puzzles. It's literally brilliant, and coming from the mind of the original gameplay designers of Limbo and Inside, that's not really a surprise. I was so in love with it, I just had to chat to the designers, so you can check out right here in the link in the description below for an interview I had with them earlier this year. And that's it for my list. Agree? Disagree? I know I'm missing a lot of those big AAA games that everyone loves. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.